somersault kick running, which is just a running somersault kick.
Yeah.
Somersault kick counter, which is a counter somersault for when someone back grapples you. From the grapple, from a standard grapple, drop kick, front drop kick, spinning drop kick, high angle drop kick, half hatch suplex, big swing utsugori, which is like a big swinging, like Cesaro's grapple where he goes into a big swing, I think. The CTB, which I don't know what that is, I haven't checked it out yet, and from an opponent down, a flying knee attack. So like when you run off the turnbuckles and then you hit the knee, it's not just like you get a small,
Yeah.
General stuff, increased data cap for edit items, revised design of edit menu UI, random entry now selects one pair at a time instead of filling up all available slots at once. Added option to sort edit wrestler by team when publishing unsubscribing. Added option to select team while saving edit wrestler. Edward's Craft tag team entrances now supported. Added performance spots corner second rope. You can now copy and paste arena settings except for venue equipment. Added option to clear title belt history. Overriding an edit belt no longer deletes the belt history unless you change the weight class or match style. Added override save menu for edit referees, rings, and belts. Added swap costume option to edit wrestler menu. Bug fixes, various UI fixes, fixed wrestler name display bug and scroll issues on league spreadsheet. Fixed issue where entrance craft edits would affect team logos in Fighting Road. Improved readability of font. Fixed issue where when having a lot of title belts would cause menu slowdown. Fire promoter. Fixed issue where when starting a new promotion, random select reset would only choose from currently displayed wrestlers. Tournament league. Fixed issue where CPU versus CPU matches required button input to progress past results screen. Fixed issue where wrestler ghosts would remain on menu after selecting and canceling. Asset data size now more accurate. Improved venue load times. So this is a lot of stuff to take in.
Yeah, I kind of zoned out at.
I'm sorry, it's a lot.
In that latter half. Yeah, it's fine.
It's a lot of fixes and a lot of new things that you can do. And the new DLC is there.
Yes.
Which I've seen the DLC played fully. I just need to play it myself.
Yes.
I think we're ready. That's been enough. That took enough time to start this stuff.
Yes.
So, Chrysalis versus Twilight. Who'd you pick for this?
I picked Chrissy.
You picked Chrissy? It's a very hard match for sure. Imagine if we had Chrysalis coming out to like Vampiros thing. Imagine if we had Celestia coming out to Kane's thing too.
I'm trying to think of what. Let's go back to my original question.
Yeah,
what
okay.
do you think? Any song you think would make a good entrance theme for each one?
For each waifu and pony? Okay,
yes.
Chrysalis has obviously got to be some kind of dark metal song.
There are a couple ones that immediately come to mind for me.
Fight!
What are you thinking of?
Octavia and Vinyl are the two that immediately come to mind. Octavia, are you familiar with the band Two Cellos?
Yes.
Welcome to the Jungle by Two Cellos.
Are we really gonna do that? I thought you'd just say, like, play a symphony.
No, I think Octavia coming out Two Cellos would be...
Are you saying that Vinyl's gonna come out to Skrillex?
No.
Yeah,
Vinyl?
I think she comes out to Skrillex.
I don't think dubstep works for vinyl. My immediate thought of
she's a DJ.
Vinyl...
Are you saying she comes out to Wipeout music?
No. You're aware of Quiet Riot.
Yes.
Come on, feel the noise.
I don't know if it fits as well as the genre is a bit weird. Are you gonna make? Are you gonna say there's a D&B version?
If there isn't, then there needs to be.
Are you really? 2.9. We almost had a new record for how fast the match was.
Rip.
Almost.
Other than that, there are a couple I can think of. Rainbow Dash is one where...
Actually, I want to see if I can get this, because if this song is what I think it is. Yeah, you know what? I got one for Rainbow Dash.
What would that be?
Cocky by Kid Rock.
I don't...
Well, what I mean, the one song. I don't. Isn't there? Yeah, there is a Cocky song. Okay, the Cocky was the album and the song.
1,
See,
2, 3.
when I think Rainbow Dash, I think like
7, 8,
early 2000s pop punk.
10.
Really?
Like,
12,
Are we gonna do All Star?
13, 14,
no.
15.
Maybe Derpy's the All Star.
The way I always saw it, Rainbow Dash would totally come out to, let's see here, do I have this on my iPhone.
Just say the song name.
I could totally see her coming out to Thanks for the Memories.
Oh no.
On the flip side, Spitfire. No question, she comes out to kickstart my heart.
Possibly. I think that's the one.
I think the harder one for me is what the fuck Sunset would come out with.
Yeah, we just killed Twilight.
Fucking dead, Rip.
Good job, Chrysalis. Okay, Chrysalis defeats Twilight Sparkle in 7:31, not a record, by KO.
I can't believe Twilight Sparkle is fucking dead.
I can't believe I only got a 60%. You think killing the princess would get better rating?
So, my first suggestion, or first predictions, you're right. Next, I just need Celestia to beat Applejack.
Are you gonna tell me that you're right?
Yes.
Are you gonna tell me that... Okay, well, Princess Celestia and Applejack obviously have some kind of a dispute here.
I think Celestia took the I didn't learn anything thing as a slight against her.
You think so?
Alternatively, if this is EQG, Applejack decided to wear her work boots into school.
I will wear my boots anywhere I want.
These boots are made for walking. And that's
that's not Applejack's theme.
No.
If we're gonna do that, why don't we just do Pantera's walk?
See, Applejack is the only character that I would honestly put a wrestler theme behind. And can you guess which wrestler theme?
Kurt Angle?
No.
Jack Swagger?
No.
Hulk Hogan?
Yes.
No. Just do Born in the USA.
That does work.
You're saying I, and then you thought about it, it worked. Welcome to us just talking shit as we're doing this show. Trying to think about more themes. Actually, listen
just for
got it! No! Derpy Hooves, Toy Story theme.
Okay, that made me chuckle.
It's so
Celestia,
easy.
The only thing I can think of is
Daybreakers is Fireburns.
That's fair. But Celestia, are you familiar with the piece Hall of the Mountain King?
Yes, are we gonna use that?
Yes. I think that's thematically appropriate for Celestia.
Okay.
Luna.
Only if we could use something from Nightwish for Luna.
I need to think of what Nightwish song, because I can totally get behind that. It's just the question of which song.
I mean, we can use several. We could just use Amaranth. That not gonna work as good.
My first thought in regards to Luna, and this is something I came across recently, and by recently I mean yesterday. Are you familiar with the band Beast and Blind?
Yes. I still want to use Nightwish, but it's hard to find a song.
I love the idea of Luna coming out to From Hell with Love.
That's not bad. That is not bad. I believe in a thing called love for Cadence.
The Darkness is such an underrated band.
I think that's I think that's perfect for Cadence though. Just perfect.
So Pinkie Pie.
Do you want to just do the obvious song would be Bubblegum?
No. See, my first thought of Pinkie Pie is the Ninja Sex Party cover of Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Are you really? Also, alternatively, Candy Shop.
That's fair. I could totally see Maud completely straight-faced come out to We Will Rock You.
Rock and Roll All Night. Every other week she comes out to a different song with rock in its title. Then I think we could do Cherub Rock. So
Gilda unironically comes out to Roman Reigns' theme.
Glimmer's not Roman though.
Oh yeah.
Glimmer I wanted to come out to like the Russian meme song Kalinka.
I'm okay with that. Gilda, my first thought is that Gilda, I see as the kind of wrestler who comes out to this super, like, early 2000s emo theme. Like, something from, like, Rise Against.
Or maybe she comes out to My Way by Limp Bizkit.
I could totally see that.
Or maybe she comes out to Break Stuff. Oh no, Break Stuff would be Yona's theme. So bad. I don't know if Breakers would be a great thing though because it has so much swearing in it. That one song is probably the most swears in a Limp Bizkit song.
Let me see here. My regular songs.
Actually, let me get to my jam list, see if any of those songs actually match with anyone. Also, Ankle Lock on Celestia. We're not even commentating the match, we're just talking about these songs. But that's kind of the par for the course. I'm
trying to think of Fluttershy.
She's got to have something more friendly, I guess. You could just put Barbie Girl, that'd be hilarious.
Oh.
No, it's not. That'd be more of a... Oh, God. I don't know. Like... Because
unironically comes out to I Burn by Casey Lee Williams. The fucking Yang thing.
God, don't. That's horrible. Don't. Trying to see if I have any songs for clothes. I don't really. So my list is mostly rock. Mostly rock.
Oh no, trust me, I'm in that same boat.
I don't know. I mean, if you could do "Face My Fears" by the Kingdom Hearts 3 song.
Alternatively, it is established that Fluttershy is an anime fan. Yes.
I might have an idea then. Oh God, what was that song? What was that anime? Fuck.
We could have her come out to Butterfly, the Digimon. You can't tell me that doesn't fit.
The DDR Butterfly song.
Oh God. Again, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but God.
Actually, we just have Glimmer come out to Rasputin. But the rock version, not the other one. Alternatively, Vinyl Scratch, Night of Fire.
I could see it.
Or some initial D music. Also, Ankle Lock again. Celestia's eventually gonna tap. But we went 15 minutes and no one's tapped out yet.
Yeah.
Oh! Derpy, I get knocked down.
By Chumbawamba?
Yeah, yes.
You do realize that is a song promoting anarchism.
Yes. Are you saying that Derpy's not chaotic enough?
I'm not saying she isn't, but...
Would you rather? Okay, fine. Do you want that song for Discord instead? If we're gonna...
I can see it for Discord. Trying to think. Sunset is the one that it really stumps me.
I got Strons.
That's it. Heard of it? Never actually listened to it.
That would go for Barry, I think.
No. See, if Bear E-Punch needs to come out to anything, it needs to be an Elstorm song.
You sure?
What does he mean? I
swear, if this goes to a 10-minute draw, I'm gonna laugh.
I will as well.
Because that'll be the second draw in 2 weeks. Mud Shovel. No, that's not it. Poem can't be saved. No. I think one guy's comment. Oh, okay, it's that one guy. Cool.
Okay. Pitch. Ember comes out through the fire and flames.
Possibly. It's a good fit, but like, I already used this fire burn. So do I have any other fire-based music? I don't think I do on this list. Which is bad because I do have the fire flames on this list. I just skipped over it. Oh, wait, I got another one for Vital. Also, Celestia is dead. You spin me around like a record. But not the old one. The one by Dope.
God.
Dope's version. Why? It's not bad. You cannot tell me it's bad.
See, the song that I can most imagine Sunset coming out to...
Well, it's Vinyl's song,
is already technically a wrestler theme.
This Fire Burns?
No. Bad Reputation by Joan Jett. But Ronda Rousey decided to steal that as her theme.
Well, Ronda Rousey decided to steal everything, so that's kind of typical. What? She stole a lot of things.
She did.
I mean, granted, I think she had permission, but she stole a lot of things. Was it really stealing if she had permission? I think she had permission for some of it. I don't think she had permission to steal all of Roddy Piper's gimmick.
Yeah.
Anon, you come out and referee this important tag match. Should we do Tornado Tag on this match or not?
No.
Okay, I am going to turn out the cut play, though, or else we won't have a winner. Which basically means they don't break up each other's pins.
Okay, so I'm just thinking of this off the top of my head. The CMC as a whole, come out to Youth Gone Wild.
We're going out of what we got for the roster right now.
Yes, but
Okay.
I saw that song. I saw that song in my playlist, and I'm like, that's a CMC song. Alternatively, that could be a song.
Adrenaline by Shinedown for Lightning Mask.
I could see it.
Is it bad that I want to possibly do like Miss Murder for Chrysalis? I mean, it's not the worst one. It's not the worst selection.
I'm trying to think of other things. The other one I can think of is Maneater.
You've heard of Harvey Danger, right?
Heard of him, yes.
I'm not sick, but I'm not well for Nurse Red Heart.
Okay, that works.
You know, it's funny, we've mentioned all these songs. We still don't have one for Twilight. We still don't have one for Rarity. We don't have one for Twilight or Rarity.
Twilight is one of those characters, it's hard to pin down, because Twilight is a nerd, but also not.
Face Glimmer could have a Erase My Scars by Evans Blue. She could also have... No, wait. Never mind, that's not the word. Derpy could have Over My Head by Lit.
I will say this, there is
No,
one
Over My Head could be
theme
Twilight.
song-
Over My Head could be Twilight because she's in Over Her Head a lot.
There's one theme song for a character we don't technically have and probably never will, but I have always had this pin in down. King Sombra, Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold.
That is a good one. I might have picked something like Whispers in the Dark though.
Speaking of that, another one that could be for I guess Nightmare Moon, technically, but Heal Luna.
I got one for Nightmare Moon. Psycho. Psycho by Puddle of Mud. Okay, fine, I'll use that for, What's-Her-Face, the Maniac.
That works, but for, Nightmare Moon, King Nothing by, Metallica, for essentially just mocking Celestia.
I'm trying to find... I could use, some Deftones for Fleur. Elite.
Give up?
Here's a question. What's Trixie's theme song?
Oh, Trixie's theme song. Well, I'm glad you asked, because I might actually, if I could find it, I can't remember the name of it, but it's in this list somewhere. Of course, you know, if you don't use, like, what's it called? Real Magic, or whatever the heck, Magic.
Yeah. I prefer not to use fandom songs. It's too easy. They're written for the character.
Yeah, but I mean, that'd probably be the best, like, song that we could use if we got permission for it.
Yeah.
Which is sad, but true. Fuck, where is it?
There's another song sad, but true.
Shut up. I must have lost it. Did it get deleted again? God, I must have got deleted again. I can't. I thought I had something. I don't know, we could always give her, like, this time it's different. You know?
Yeah.
She turned face. Somehow. But if she's gonna take one, I think she might have, like, The Only by Static X. She's the only one.
Have not heard that one.
Octavia, alternatively, Rock Me Amadeus. You're laughing.
Such a strange song.
You can't tell me it at least doesn't work a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
God, I still need to find one for Rarity and I can't find it. And the best I got here in this list so far is an Evanescence song.
No, see, I see Rarity using something more classic rock, like Styx. Actually,
maybe she uses the Franz Ferdinand song.
I could see her doing that.
Take
but
me out.
On that note, Renegade by Styx for Sunset. I totally see her coming out to that.
Alternatively, you could use a stressed out song for Barry.
Yeah.
Stressed Out by 21 Pilots. God, I want to find someone to fit Wheels by Jamie Cullum on, but I can't find anyone. Because no one... No, I could do Scootaloo, but that won't work. That's probably the only non-rock song I have on this list, because I love the video of it. I also have Final Fantasy I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, Scootaloo could be, It's My Time to Fly by The Urge. You're laughing. It's not. It's not bad.
No, it's just... Whenever I hear, Scootaloo's theme song, everyone immediately goes to, You're Gonna Go Far, Kid.
Yeah, but It's My Time to Fly is just that, but I think better.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm probably wrong on... Some people would say I'm wrong. Obviously, you're gonna... You know,
Also, I completely spaced out. Who won the
what?
Celestia match?
Applejack.
Oh, well. I guess that went wrong.
I told you Applejack won.
Come on, Spitfire, get up.
I also want to find someone to put, like, out of control on, but I don't know who to put out of control on. Both biceps? No, that might work. I don't know. Out of control could be Tyrek, T-Rex, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Some good old flippy stink. Alternatively, speaking of CMC, you could just do When You Were Young.
Yeah.
Now that you got me thinking about that.
So...
You're what?
I'm doing a Google, and I found one. So...
For who?
How familiar are you with the band Crystal Method?
A little bit, not that much.
Someone did a mashup of Iron Maiden and the Crystal Method. And...
Isn't mashups kind of cheating?
Not really. It's still a song.
Yeah, and then let's not get hit with just one copyright strike. Let's get hit with two.
But
I am kind of joking but that was YouTube back in like 2016, I want to say.
Yeah.
And also, it is kind of how Twitch is a little bit right now. I don't think it will.
Give up?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Allow that. But then we're just picking songs. It's not like we're going to use any of these. We're probably more likely to use fandom music for themes because we can't get copyrighted on Twitch due to that.
Yeah.
Give up? Give up? Give
Or
up?
I'll just ask Romy if I can use like one of his SpongeBob anime opening songs. Or Attack on Titan.
Looking.
We could use it. I don't think you know who Acceptances are, do you?
Not off the top.
No. They had an NFL Street 2 song that was called In Too Far. It might fit well for Twilight, especially when she's, you know, going crazy.
Yeah. I mean, if we wanted to be really cheap, for all of the main six, we could just
use one song.
They're fighting in. No, we could use they're fighting in.
Nah, that's cheating. That's cheating.
Yeah.
And Lightning Dust has rolled up Rainbow Dash.
Fucking.
All right. That's.
I'm 2-1.
I feel good for Lightning Dust actually.
She got her face turned.
So far. Alright, 73% Lightning Dust wins for La Magistral, pinning Rainbow Dash. Dust, pin, dash. Oh wait, let me add that to the actual thing. Dust, pinned, dash. So far so good. We've hit 3 official matches in your pre-show. It's been a good show. It's been a good show so far. Next up is a big singles match. This is where we get more rankings. And we've had this match before, but we're having it again. Also, this is where Taker is going to referee. And before anyone asks, Spike is not going to referee any of these matches. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Because he'll just screw everything up. You know, I'm wondering if I should make the deathmatch. No, the deathmatch will be a 30-minute time limit because that's not gonna last 30 minutes if they explode each other.
Yep.
Oh, let's see what I got here. So, downfall stronger. Rest. Still complete. I don't. I don't know any other songs I got here. I guess we could use My Town by Hollywood Undead for Glimmer.
Yeah.
And just go for that town for Heal Glimmer. I don't. Jeez. I can't believe I have nothing. I have things that might fit a little bit, but not that much. Or I have songs that won't work. Like I can't say like Breathe Into Me by Red is gonna fit anybody. I can't.
You also need to take into account what makes for a good entrance theme.
I got Go With The Flow by Queens of the Stone Age, which might fit Sakura. Or Treehugger. Probably more Treehugger. I got Sail by AWOL Nation, which might fit Applejack on a ship.
That is one of those songs that I can't take seriously.
What, Sail? It's a good song, and it makes me laugh. I could put Save the Nation Army as the theme of the Student 6.
Yeah.
Though that's not 7 nations, it's 6. I guess we could do Bleed Mascara for Rarity by Atreyu. That's the only one I got that's close on this list.
Yeah. Rarity's a toughie.
Rarity is only a toughie because, like, I don't have the fucking list here. I mean, I put songs that I like. I don't put every song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are songs that I listen to like on a normal basis when I'm just screwing around and doing stuff. Not streaming. Like, I mean, I have Cody Rhodes' theme song on here, Kingdom, and that might actually work for some royalty, but but you know, it's not gonna work for everybody.
Yeah.
If you're trying to make Lyra Moon a face, you could use Jetta's I Love to Change the World.
5 minutes gone.
What? It's not wrong.
Yeah.
You know what's funny that we haven't used, that we have not said for everything? Come on, Eileen. Fucking Spitfire.
That's too easy.
I know it is, but we haven't said anything, and we.
The other thing is, Come On Eileen doesn't really make for a good entrance theme.
I mean, you could probably cut half of it.
Yeah. Trying to think.
You know, the end of Heartache would be really good for, like, a love-scored cadence.
Yeah.
God. I think we got enough of these.
Yeah.
We definitely should talk about something else because we're losing our minds trying to find more songs. What else should we talk about?
Here's a question.
Okay.
How familiar are you with the band Sabaton?
You've had this talk.
So,
We've had this talk, I'm pretty sure.
So I've been doing research on some of their songs, and there's one that I am 100% convinced needs a movie.
Well, Treehugger just tapped out Fluttershy.
Rip.
I don't even know how that happened, but I guess Fluttershy is just going to fall off everything.
Fucking rip.
It's not even a belt.
So, have you ever heard the story of Castle Litter?
No.
Okay. So let me paint you a tale here. So, Castle Litter was a real castle, and still is, technically, that...
You don't lose designation of being a real castle unless you blow up.
Yeah. But it was, I believe, like a couple miles, not that far outside of Munich. And because of that, for a long period of its history, it was used as essentially a resort. It got turned into a hotel in the early 1910s. That eventually fell out, but it was just far enough away from Munich to where people didn't want to have to make the drive to it.
Right.
But because of that, it gained very much interest by the Nazis, because it was secluded enough to where people weren't going to poke around. And so...
Yeah, Treehugger to Oblivion, that's right. Fluttershy died.
And so, with the Nazis basically attached it to Dachau, the concentration camp. But unlike the concentration camp, Castle Litter was used essentially as a VIP prisoner of war, where they kept a couple interesting faces. There was the leader of the French Communist Party there, on top of the former Democratic leader of France. Two different French generals, both of which hated each other's guts. And I believe there were a bunch of people who were kept there, and they all hated each other's guts. And because this was a VIP camp, these prisoners were pretty well all kept. They were treated rather decently. Cut to 1945. Literally less than a week before the Germans properly surrendered.
Right.
The Battle of Berlin is already starting to rage. Hitler has already technically killed himself. Castle Litter was manned by a skeleton crew of remaining Germans at this point, who, upon hearing that Hitler was dead, overnight just left. And these prisoners woke up to realize all the guards are gone. So they sent out their only German-speaking prisoner to find out where the fuck everyone went. Turns out that the remaining German guards had heard that the American army is coming and decided, hey, we know there's no chance of winning at this point. We're just going to go surrender. The problem with that is that German SS essentially small groups of German SS were still roaming the woods around Castliter, and their job was essentially shoot anyone who decided its surrender was a good idea. And so, when this German group of scout kind of remaining guards found the American army, they surrendered and basically said, hey, there are a bunch of political prisoners back at the castle. You should probably go get them. And, of course, the Americans were like, we've got bigger problems, but sure, we'll send a small tank battalion over there. And thus, they eventually arrived. They had one tank that they parked in front of the only entrance to the castle, the one bridge. And they waited for reinforcements. But instead of reinforcements, the SS came for them, and thus the only battle in all of World War II where the Wehrmacht army worked alongside the Americans began.
Give up?
This is why I think this needs a movie.
Interesting.
It is utterly fascinating, and I think it would make a good war movie. Other than that, other weird history facts that I know. So, are you aware of the meme that is the Winter War?
I don't think so. I'm thinking of something that might be completely wrong.
It was because World War II had technically started. The Russians and the Germans had already invaded Poland. The Russians realized that, hey, even though they said they're neutral, Finland, it's probably not a good idea to keep the only land route directly leading into Russia that isn't Poland. And in fact, the only land route that was like 60 miles, the border between Finland and Russia was like 60 miles outside of St. Petersburg, or Leningrad at this point. So they decide, alright, let's invade Finland and take the land, and it'll be an easy rollover. It wasn't an easy rollover.
Glimmer wins. Glimmer gets revenge.
What am I at this point? Let's check. So I got Chrysalis winning over Twilight. I duped Celestia over Applejack. Applejack won that. Lightning Dust and Spitfire, I predicted. Treehugger won against Fluttershy, right?
Yes.
Okay. I duped that. I duped this one.
And Glimmer just won.
So I'm 2 and 3 at this point.
12-4 for chokeslam. Well,
Yeah.
you have 3 matches to get underway, and here's the first one, and possibly the one that could ruin everything.
Yes, Rarity versus Tempest. But so the problem and the reason the Russians absolutely got fucking slaughtered in Finland is for 4 reasons. The first of all, and probably the most important, the reason they fucked everything up, is because at this point, Russia had no generals. Because Stalin purged them all. So, Stalin, not being exactly known for being a military genius, basically just told his troops and his generals decided that the best course of action was just an open front over the entire border of Finland. So, here's why that's a bad idea. Finland, not only being one of the thickest forests on Earth, but on top of that, it basically, at this point in time, those forests had basically no infrastructure other than a few roads that went through. So, the Finnish army, despite being outnumbered like 100 to 1, or some, I'd need to actually look up the number, but they basically realized, hey, the Russians have to go down these roads. Let's basically set up a bunch of ambushes and consistently fuck them up. On top of that, everyone makes the joke, don't go to war with Russia in winter. Yeah, Finland taught them how to do that. Because the Russians, at this point, were still using the green uniforms that they had been using forever, up until this point. And so that's the reason you get tales like Simo Haya, who is the highest kill-death ratio ever. He has a... Let me look this up. What is his... He has a kill-death ratio of
2.9. Tempest almost destroying Rarity. Jesus. You know, I thought of something for Rarity that's actually really good.
What is that?
Diamonds.
Yeah.
But not the Rihanna song. I mean, I'm talking about a certain cover.
What is that?
Steam-powered giraffe.
5 minutes gone.
I can see it. I do enjoy the idea that Rarity is kind of a hipster in that she enjoys a lot of bands that are obscure.
His wife's steam-powered giraffe works so good.
Let me look up this. As of the end of the Winter War, Simo Haya had 259 confirmed sniper kills. He had a daily kill count of 25 kills per day. And the reason behind that is, again, the Russians had to go down the roads, and Simo, all he needed to do was get in his white, pure white camouflage suit, lay down, and wait. So, yeah, the Winter War was an utter clusterfuck for Russia. Let me see here. Casualties. The the Finnish army started with about 30,000 troops. They only lost 25,000. The Russians had somewhere between 425,000 to 760,000. They lost somewhere between 126 to 167,000 troops. That is a hell of a difference.
Yep. I mean, Finland's numbers should have been easily conquered, but Russia completely screwed the pooch. And what was it, a third of the economy?
Yes. But, see, the thing that people forget is Russia did eventually win once they realized that instead of going on a total front, they could just go on this narrow pass and essentially drive to the Finnish capital. And eventually Finland sued for peace. The Russians got what they wanted.
Rarity's in close.
Yes. Forget Rarity is based off of
Dolph Ziggler.
Oh yeah. Fucking Dolph Ziggler. I sometimes forget that he's around because
he is around, and it's bad that he doesn't get just due. He's obviously extremely damaged goods because, I mean it literally half done.
Yeah.
He was a transitional world champion. He never won the Universal title. Right? He never won it. He competed for it, he never won it. He gets pushed to a main event only to lose. He's extremely damaged goods, which is bad because the guy is probably, I'd probably put him in the top 5 in ring ability maybe in the main roster. Especially his selling. There's a difference between like a guy like Ricochet and a guy like Dolph Ziggler. You know?
Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler is basically going to be like Shawn Michaels, or Shawn Michaels wrestled at, in the 2004.
Yeah.
He'd be a talented guy, but he'd never be like the multi-time champion he was. Never. Vince did that basically.
Because Vince doesn't like workhorses.
He didn't have much of a choice in the 90s. I mean, in the mid to late 90s.
Yeah. But
because all his giant guys all failed. Back then, Yokozuna was not great. Also, Tempest just killed fucking Rarity. You fucking probably lost.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Ah, Rarity. How come you died? Alright, so we are in 1616 via KO with a running power slam.
So I am currently 2 and 4.
2 and 4. I don't think he can come back, but he can try.
I mean, I'm gonna throw a. Oh, hi, James.
James, you missed a lot.
You did miss a lot, James. I'm gonna throw a curveball. I'm gonna say Lyra wins this deathmatch.
You're changing your vote?
Yeah. Just because I feel like Lyra could be our Mick Foley in that in a normal wrestling match, and she's not very good.
Go down the headlights, please. Thank you.
In a death match, that's their bread and butter. Hello, dog. My dog is here.
Alright, Marble, it's your turn to referee this match, and you will get everything. Please don't die, Marble. 30-minute time limit is fine for this upcoming matchup.
It's okay, she's a pie. She has hacks.
Can't just say all pies have hacks. Is that what you're going with? All pies have hacks?
Punched a boulder out of existence.
Wrong. I almost picked the wrong thing. Okay,
Pinkie Pie is a Looney Tunes character.
Alright. Everything's right, yeah. Start the match. Luna and Lyra in a Landmine deathmatch. Only one can win, and only one.
I forget, who's Lyra based off of?
Kofi Kingston.
Oh, I forgot. You made,
Bon
is Big E.
Yeah. And no one's gonna be Xavier because no one's... Well...
Let's be honest. While Xavier probably has the most charisma out of all of them, he's
disagree!
Who do you think has the most charisma?
Big E!
It's a toss-up for me. I think they're both incredibly charismatic. But...
Kofi's got the wrestling ability. He's the high flyer, the one that will dazzle you in the ring. Big E's a powerhouse with a goddamn amazing personality. And Xavier is... He's entertaining on the mic. He's an okay... He's a decent wrestler.
Hear me out.
He's probably the... His Up Down Down is probably one of the most entertaining YouTube channels I've seen.
Yeah, hear me out. Kofi Kingston is the Shawn Michaels of the group, someone who...
That... I get what you're saying, but Michaels up here, Kofi down here.
That's fair.
And if you're gonna be comparing Big E to Kevin Nash, here's how I think.
Kevin Nash. Gonna say Triple H. Because
you're gonna say Triple H.
Like,
I mean, Big E's gonna be lower than Triple H no matter what, because Triple H was the bona fide heel of the the Attitude Era, kind of, and that's the reason why he has all the accomplishments that he has.
Okay, tangent here, but I feel like I need to say this.
Also, Lyra's bleeding.
Yes. In defense of the Reign of Terror. This is something I've been thinking about recently in watching wrestling content.
The Reign of Terror being Triple H's stranglehold of the title,
yes.
Right? Okay. Go for it.
In the period right after the Attitude Era ended, like, there were no established big stars that weren't on SmackDown. Like,
what was that, 2001?
That was 2001 through 2000.
I want to find out the roster here for Raw 2001, if you don't mind me looking for it.
Go for it.
Because I need to remember who's on that roster before I say anything.
Yeah, this was the beginning of the original brand split.
Okay, so when would that be? Like late 2001 then?
I think so.
Okay.
From what I remember, the only stars we had back then were Kane, who, admittedly, as much as I like Kane, he was never the main eventer.
I think we're getting confused because 2001 still has the undisputed title. I don't think that's Triple H.
I think that was 2003. When was the original brand split?
2003 sounds good. I'm seeing the brand split at least partially here on Raw. Okay. So here's what I see on 2003's roster. At the time, Batista wasn't a big name.
Yeah.
Now Booker T was someone you could put in there.
Yeah, and it is one of those people who I feel like...
This was Randy Orton's face turn. This was no, wait, this wasn't Randy Orton's face turn. This was, before he was a heel, I guess? Oh, no. It's weird. Let's see. Booker T, Jericho, but he was stuck in a tag team with Christian. Jeff Hardy, even though Jeff Hardy was Jeff Hardy, but
Jeff Hardy hadn't hit that uber megastar.
I call kind of a bullshit on that because the match with Taker.
Yeah, but
you could obviously use him as filler, is what I'm saying, in the main event.
Yeah, but he wasn't a proven
Lyra
star
wins! Yeah, go Lyra! Lyra gets her first win, so that means Pinkie Pie is the only one without a win. Let's see, this other list. The Rock is apparently on this list, but he would be gone soon.
Yeah, he was in Hollywood.
He was facing the Hurricane in feuds. Let's see.
But yeah.
Shawn Michaels is on this list, but, you know, Shawn Michaels is Shawn Michaels. He wasn't part of that whole big feud with Triple H anyway.
Well, he did come in during the Reign of Terror, but
another one here. You could Scott Steiner also came in during the Reign of Terror too. Could have been.
Yeah, but as much as Scott Steiner is entertaining, you got to remember that was kind of the point in which the reason the Scott Steiner Triple H feud during that period sucked was because I believe Steiner had a foot injury that basically made him immortal or immobile, not immortal.
Where's Autumn Blaze on this list? There you are. Oh wait, no, we're in Landmine Deathmatch still. Deathmatch is not a deathmatch. I thought, God, we had Kevin Nash as well there. Kevin Nash, more mobile than Scott Steiner at that point, but not great.
Not much.
Not great. The problem is that I hate to say it, and this isn't a knock against them, but it's kind of is a knock. But when you built like Shawn and Taker, you did that for as long as they did. You didn't really build anyone in the background to actually come up and take it.
Yeah.
I take a look at this roster, and I see, well, Rob Van Dam's on that roster too. Rob Van Dam could have been involved. You could have built up.
The problem behind Rob is after him being caught on. Do you remember why he lost the title the first time?
Drugs.
He got caught. Yes,
drugs.
He got caught.
It's always
driving intoxicated.
It's always drugs with Rob. intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
Under the influence.
He was marijuana, right? He wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't drunk.
But he got caught with the title, mind you.
Okay, on Blaze versus Trixie. I think we're ready for this matchup. Main event.
But yeah, the Triple H was really the only guy you could have put the title on that was pre-established.
Who do you think is going to win this matchup? Are you 3 and 4? Was
Yes.
Okay.
I've already lost.
Okay. So were you 3 and 4 or were you 2 and 5?
I was.
You were 2 and 4 with the last match, and Lyra did win, so I guess you're 3 and 4. This is double then. And who'd you take?
Okay.
You took Trixie?
I haven't guessed anyone yet.
You haven't? Pick.
I'll say Trixie because I don't have a lot of faith in
Auto Blaze because you don't like Kieran's. Yeah, we know.
Again, I don't hate the Kieran's. I just have no strong feelings towards them whatsoever because they showed up at a point where I just stopped caring about the lore. I don't want new species. Let me put it this way. I would have preferred them doing another dragon episode over the Kierans. If I was...
Wow. I got the entire list of the Raw roster after the first draft lottery.
Yes.
This doesn't have Triple H because he joined after. Because remember he was hurt.
Yes.
Doesn't have Oh wait, no, yeah, it has Triple H. Triple H and Jazz as the champions of the title. Taker on Raw. Taker wouldn't be on Raw long. Nash Hall and X-Pac. Obviously, Hall would be gone soon. X-Pac would be gone a little bit later.
And then
Nash would also be gone.
Wasn't in great shape.
Kane and Rob Van Dam. We already talked about Rob Van Dam. We talked about Kane. Booker T. We talked about. Could have been, at least
he could have been in a pretty good main eventer, but Triple H, admittedly, Triple H pulled the Triple H, and because he was a WCW guy.
Yeah, obviously. Big Show, which is Big Show.
Big Show is one of those
Bubba
guys.
Ray Dudley, who was having a decent singles push, but then got Spike Dudley on him.
Yeah.
By the way, Spike's on this list. Okay, after that, Brock Lesnar.
I don't think Brock was
on Raw that long.
Well, that and he wasn't the big star that he would become.
Okay. Also, Autumn Blaze is bleeding. Congrats.
Yes.
So, William Regal, who, granted, is a heel, so we can't really include him. Lita, Bradshaw, who at that time, who had potential, was split away from Simmons.
He had yet to become JBL.
Yeah. Stevie Richards, I think it will be at the time. Maybe. Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy, obviously, Matt Hardy. Better wrestler of the two, could not.
Yeah. Out of those two had yet to break away from the stigma of just being a tag team.
Oh, Matt Hardy, that lasted forever.
Yeah.
Until he got the Cruiserweight run by beating Rey Mysterio. I think
until we got version 1.
Yeah. Raven, which is Raven.
Yeah.
No matter where we're going, no matter how much I could say good things about Raven, he wasn't going anywhere. Besides hardcore title or maybe a little bit above. Mr. Perfect, I can't believe Mr. Perfect's on this roster. Nostalgia Act, maybe. He was good at this time because I saw him in the Royal Rumble. He had a good Royal Rumble. Yeah, but he wasn't really going to do anything long term.
So I'm double checking this.
D'Lo,
and
what?
I've got a list of who was on Raw during 2003.
Okay, well, let me go after this. D'Lo Brown,
Okay.
who
Yeah.
is D'Lo Brown. I think D'Lo is honestly talented enough for IC title, but he would not be a main event guy for me. Now, this next guy had all the potential in the world. I think he could have been a champion if his star just kept going up as it was, but he crashed and burned like no one's business. Sean Stasiak.
See, I'm not familiar with some of the older guys here. Like, I don't know Stasiak.
Sean Stasiak was a young blood. He was a big rookie in WCW, part of the Natural Born Thrillers. He could have been world champion if he didn't crash and burn out. Autumn getting close to that 3. That's pretty scary for Trixie fans. Anyway, Terry, Jacqueline, Molly, Holly, Trish Stratus. Those are all females. But they're all pretty talented, except for Terry, maybe.
Yeah.
Terry, I'm not sold on. Goldust.
Goldust was never a main eventer.
Goldust was never a main eventer. Yeah, he's a good talent though. I think.
Yeah.
Boss Man at that time. I didn't know Boss Man was still on this roster, but he
was probably a part-timer.
Yeah. Well, more of a part-timer than Undertaker and Goldberg.
Yeah.
Tommy Dreamer, who I think the company's too big for him to be champion or even close.
Yeah, they probably him on the new ECW.
Crash Holly. Well, no, 2002 too far down the line. Crash Holly, who I think, he could have had a title shot. He could have had a title shot on his pay-per-view. Lost, but he could have had that shot.
Yeah.
And could have added more. And then the one guy, there's another guy on this list, who I think could have, I'm not going to say he guaranteed, but could have been in that main event spot if you push him right.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
I could see it.
However, here's the problem. Justin Incredible is a natural heel. Are you going to do a heel versus heel match? You could.
Yeah.
But are you?
Yeah.
But should we go over SmackDown's roster and see how many big stars they have?
Yeah, no. I don't think we need to go over the SmackDown.
No, I think I could go. No, we can go over the entire roster and see how big they got.
Okay.
Okay. So Rock, Angle, Benoit.
Yes. Rock was a part-timer, but...
Hollywood Hogan.
Yes.
Got a tag team where Billy Gunn, Chuck Palumbo both could be singles competitors in the mid-tier, thing.
Yeah.
Edge is super big. Well, Edge was starting to become big. You have Rikishi, who is who flirted with main event level status before.
Yeah.
Devon, who was doing Reverend Devon, or was going to do Reverend Devon, and that would be okay in the card. Mark Henry, who I'm going to say it right now, Mark Henry could have been pushed.
Oh no, I totally believe that Mark Henry could have been a main eventer if they'd given him the chance.
Yep. Let's keep going. My pick for probably the guy who I thought also on SmackDown could have went places, but just wasn't his time. He was on a show where he was crowded with too much talent. Maven.
Yeah.
Maven.
I don't know much about Maven. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Billy Kidman, who is one of the best cruiserweights of all time. I don't care what anyone says. I'm calling him one of the best cruiserweights.
Yeah. Also, Jesus Christ, Trixie. Keep going.
Yeah, they're going at it. Someone needs to win. Tajiri, who is obviously Tajiri. He's good in mid-card guy. Jericho, Chris Jericho, who is obviously a main event guy at that point. Ivory, which is Ivory. Albert, the Hurricane, Al Snow, Lance Storm, DDP. By the way, DDP got super cheated. Could have been a main event wrestler in WWE. I don't care what anyone says, it's true. Also, Trixie just rolled up for after my Superstore.
Yeah.
And we're not done with the list here. Saturn, Scotty Tuhati, Stacy Keebler, Christian, Tess, Farouk, Taz, Hardcore Holly, Big Val Boski, Val Venus, and Tori Wilson. There is an obvious discrepancy here.
What?
Between the SmackDown and the Raw rosters.
What is that?
Okay, you want me to say it? Let's compare like the worst off here. Crash on Raw, D'Lo on Raw, Spike Dudley on Raw, X-Pac on Raw, Bossman on Raw, Dreamer on Raw. Let's go like, oh look, I could have Scotty 2 Hottie, Hardcore Holly, Big Valboski, Lance Storm, Saturn. Do you see the difference here?
Yeah.
It's not great. It's so much. SmackDown
that was
came away
at the point where SmackDown was the better show, and it stayed that way.
Well, yeah,
up
because they had all the workhorses.
Up until they slowly dissolved the.
Okay. So fuck you, Autumn. Wow.
Let's compare that to 2003.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to like? Trixie did win in our main event.
Yes.
Trixie is still champion.
I'm on him.